Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you a surprising fact about how the FTSE 100 stock index moves both during the day and during the night, but more importantly, how you can make money from it. Make money while you sleep with stock indices isn't just a cute line. And I've got the data, and throughout this video, I'm going to show you how to use that data to do just that. If you're new here, my name is Jared Goodwin, and I'm an algorithmic trader. So I study markets and I work out how they move, find predictable patterns, and then I create algorithms and rules which I program into my software and let the software take the trades for me. The reason I'm making this video is because I've just started a study on the FTSE 100. I want to find some strategies to trade the FTSE. Most of my time I spend trading all the Forex markets, but quite quickly when looking into the FTSE 100, I've discovered something really quite interesting, and I think it's quite powerful, and I think it's something that will benefit you if you trade the FTSE as well. This is just the beginning stages of my development on some strategies for the FTSE, but this fundamental way that the market moves that I've discovered is really worth taking note of. So now we go over to the computer, I'll show you some charts and I'll show you some programs and how I discovered the data and then what we can do once we've discovered how the market moves. We all know that over time, typically, stock indexes like the FTSE 100 or the S&P 500, over time, over years, over decades, they generally go up, don't they? So what I have in front of me now is a chart, just something I've quickly pulled up from Wikipedia. It's the price of the FTSE 100 index from 1984 through to just after 2014. And it shows that back in the 80s, it was trading at about 1,000, and actually today, while I'm recording this, it's almost hit 8,000. Not quite, but from 1,000 to almost 8,000, we can generally understand that over time the stock index goes up. So just bear that in mind. Now what we can see is data that I've loaded into multi-charts, which is the software, the trading and developing software that I use. What we see in front of us is just a weekly line graph of the FTSE 100 from the beginning of 2009 all the way through till the start of 2020. And it doesn't take much of a genius to see that that's a nice uptrending price curve. Okay, so we're going to continue using this same data from 2009 to 2020. It's 11 years worth of data. Next, I want to show you a quick code that I wrote in multi-charts. It's ever so simple. I'll just very briefly go over it. The first part of the code, which is this bit here, basically it's saying I've included two inputs, day session and night session, and it allows me to switch the program. So if my day session is 1, and I can turn this from 0 to 1, so on or off. So if it's on, then we're buying at the open and then selling at the close. So we're going to apply this to a daily chart of the FTSE 100. So we're buying at the open, so when it opens in the morning, and then selling just before we close in the evening. So we're holding all day and we're not holding overnight. We're not exposing ourselves to the overnight risk. So let's have a look on the chart how that works out. And these are the daily candles. It's not particularly clear, but we can see these little blue arrows, buy at the open, and then a white arrow, sell at the close. And that's every single day from 2009. And if we look at the performance report, we can see that's how our equity would have grown or actually diminished over that time. Okay, so that's quite shocking, considering that that same weekly chart looks like that. So that was the first thing that surprised me quite a lot. So I thought, well, if the money drops during the day, then it must go up overnight. So I included a second part to the code. Go back to here, and I've included a night session. So if I switch the night session on, I'm going to buy this bar at the close, and then sell it at the open. So that means we're going to buy it and the market shuts, hold it overnight, and get rid of it as soon as the market opens. So we're exposed to that overnight risk. And we switch the input. So we're going to switch now from day session onto night session. And we'll see the trades appear on the chart. Now you can see, look, we've entered at the close and then we exit at the open the next day. Done that every day through that same set of data. And look at the performance report. That's what would have happened if that was your strategy over those 11 years. So that was something that really did surprise me. So what does that tell us? Basically tells us that all the gains are certainly made holding the position overnight, something quite opposite to what you would think about normally. So going one step further, I included another part to the code. So this final part of the code is, if I put my day session to -1, then I'm going to sell short at the open and cover at the close. So the opposite of the first study. So instead of buying at the open, sell at the close, we're going to short at the open and sell at the close. So let's see how that one performs. Set the day session to -1. So we're shorting at the open and covering at the close. And it makes money. It doesn't make money quite as nicely as what buying at the close and then selling at the open, holding overnight does, but it still makes money. Well, what about combining the two? Well, that's another thing we can do. So if we leave the day session to the short and we also then buy at the close and then cover and sell short at the open the next day, so we're kind of always in the market. Look, that works, doesn't it? In fact, I don't think it works quite as nicely as just buying the close and then selling the next day's open. That's my preferred strategy, but it still works. That is something there. So let's go back to the original buying at the close and selling at the open. Which is that one. Look back at that strategy performance report, and that really does tell us something, doesn't it? It's quite consistent, and that's where this make money while you sleep little title came in. That means in the afternoon, just as the market's going to shut, you could put a buy order in, wake up the next morning and sell your position, and over time that does make money. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go and do that, because that's just the start of this development that I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, it works, but there's definitely going to be some improvements here. Like, I'm going to look into what happens if you hold over weekends. What happens if you only take buy signals in an uptrending market? There's lots of different variations that I'm going to include. So I'm not saying go out and do this exactly, but if you did, these are the results you'd get. These are pretty good results, and it's a very powerful bit of information. Taking that information, you might say, actually, I'm always looking at trying to day trade the FTSE, trying to buy during the day and sell before the day is out. Looking at this data, you're probably best not doing that. You're probably far better off looking for short trades during the day. So look for opportunities to short and cover within the day period. Okay. Well, I hope that little presentation has been useful and insightful, and I hope I've delivered the information in a way that you can understand and see how powerful just doing a simple study like that on a market can be. I'm going to go away now and I'm going to continue my studies and developments on the FTSE 100, and I'll probably come on and do another video and show you how I've developed it further, if it's any good, and share that with you too. So if you like this sort of video, this strategic, algorithmic, mechanical trading type video, then have a look at the rest of my channel. There's lots of videos on there all about that sort of ideas. And go over to my website, thetransparenttrader.com. And of course, if you've got any questions or comments about this video, please leave them below, or you can email me, jared@thetransparenttrader.com. and give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. For now, this is Jared Goodwin, and thank you.